everyone, welcome to today's video. Today is a super special day because I have a collab for you guys, and it is with the awesome YouTube channel FIGHNIMATES, or he goes by the name of Russell, so that's what I'm going to be calling him. Here's my cat. One of my cats. He's very old. He's like 15. Russell is he's an amazing digital artist. He does some traditional, but mainly digital work. You know, I'm going to talk more about the collab picture process, how we decided on what we we're going to do in the actual speed paint video. But for this beginning intro part, I just want to talk about him and his artwork, stuff like that. So I'm going to insert some pictures of his artworks that are current, that he's done in the past, just to show you some of the stuff that he does, and I really highly suggest that you go check out his channel. It's, really informative. He has tutorials, he does digital speed paints, traditional work, all sorts of very nice videos. He's very more on the professional end when he does his videos rather than like amateur and like mine. He's a really great artist. He's a great person, and I just really think that you should check out his videos. They're really awesome. So I'm going to insert a little clip here of a little preview of what he drew for his part of the collab, since this collab was a half and half kind of collab instead of like a line art swap, stuff like that. So yeah, a little sneak peek right here. But my part of the video is part 1, so stick around, watch my part 1 video, then go over to his channel and check out his part 2. So without further ado, let's get on with the speed paint. Deuce. So, since the time-lapse has started, I guess I will start off by talking about how, we came to decide on what kind of collab we were going to do and the theme and all that. So, when Russell messaged me about doing a collab, I was like, yeah, because his art is just so awesome. Like I said in the beginning, go subscribe. Links will be in the description. Go. But, we were talking about what we could do the collab, if we could do maybe a line art swap, or if we were going to do like half and half, if we were going to do traditional or digital. And since he doesn't really, have that much traditional art supplies, we just decided on doing a digital kind of artwork. So we were talking about if we were going to do line art swap or half and half. And since I never done a collab where half was painted by one person and then the other person painted the other half, I thought that was, would be a really awesome idea. So that is what we went with, and we went with Rick and Morty because Rick and Morty is an awesome show and I love it so much, and Russell loves it a lot as well. So that was something we had in common, and since we both, really liked it and it was something we had in common, we just decided to go with it. So, if you don't know what Rick and Morty is, or if you've never seen it, or anything like that, if you've never watched it, it's kind of like, it's a show on Adult Swim, and Rick Sanchez is the grandfather of Morty, and Rick is the guy you see here that has the little finger guns pointing at Morty, and Morty is the guy in the portal. So Rick is Morty's grandpa, and he's kind of like, I don't know, he's like a mad scientist kind of thing. And he has his own lab in their garage, and he works on like sci-fi gadgets, that kind of thing, and he travels the universe and he goes on adventures, and he involves his grandchildren, Morty, and Morty's sister, Summer. So we decided, he suggested it first, and I, thought it was an awesome idea to incorporate the use of the Interdimensional Portal, since Rick is known to have the portal gun and he uses it to travel to different areas of the galaxy. And so I had no idea what I was going to do. And, you know, I was just like, I'm gonna wing something. So I started drawing, and I decided to draw, you know, Rick and Morty. Rick kind of pointing at Morty, give him a little finger gun action, and just Morty is just chilling out of the portal. And he makes this face in the show a lot where his lips are kind of just hanging. And then I had originally planned on drawing Rick with a flask and him burping and having his little face burp drools coming out, but I decided I'm not doing that. I don't know. I just decided to make him more goofy, more lively. Well, I mean, he is more lively in the show, but more goofy. I should have drawn Doofus Rick. That would have been really funny. But I decided to do it this way, and I wish I would have incorporated something more in the lower part of the picture. And actually, I struggle drawing backgrounds, and I wanted to incorporate a background from the actual show, like, you know, one from a planet or whatever. So I was watching some episodes, trying to get some ideas about what I was going to do for the background, and I remember this episode. I don't want to butcher the name of this planet. I'm not really entirely sure how to correctly pronounce it. I think it's Gazorpazorp, and it's in the Andromeda Galaxy. And this episode where this came from, this planet is kind of like the genders are divided, and the females are more advanced, while the males are kind of more primitive, more like beastly-like, you know. And the females on that planet kind of made like sex robots in order to continue the growth of their race, without having to, I guess, procreate with the males, because since the males are more primitive, the females kind of wanted their advancedness to linger. I'm not sure how to explain, but that's where I got the background from. I got it from that planet, that episode, and I love the colors of that, and I thought it went well together. And I'm not very good with backgrounds or anything, and right around the time of me doing this is when I got my new pen display, and it's when I really started to work on digital art. So going back and re-looking at this footage and looking at the picture, I know I could have done, I know now I can do a lot better, especially with the portal that Morty is sticking out of. I know that I could do a lot better than that now, but at the time I had no idea how to even do anything, so I was really struggling hard to paint the background, to paint the portal, and I really wanted to keep Rick and Morty as close as I could get them to look to the show, because if I did it in, I guess, my style or the way I draw, it wouldn't really look right. So that is why I decided to draw them like this. And I actually really do love how the show is drawn. I like the style of the show. It's kind of goofy and weird, and I really enjoy it. But yeah, if you haven't already, you can subscribe and become a part of this awesome art family. And if you're new from Russell, hey! But if you're from me, hey, what's up? Go check out Russell. He's pretty cool. Also, I was going to mention the type of shading. I wanted to do cell shading and keep it really simple, and I actually think that the shading turned out really nicely. I use like a pinkish purple color for the shading, and then for the highlights, since there's light being reflected off of the portal, I used a yellow for the highlight, kind of like it's bouncing off of Rick's face and then on parts of Morty as well. So yeah, there is a finished picture of this at the end of the video, but of course Russell's side is blurred, so in order to check out his side of the collab, then you need to go subscribe and check out his video. So thank you guys so incredibly much for watching today's video. And if you haven't already and you would like to be a part of this awesome art family, then you can subscribe and we can talk about our favorite artists, our favorite art supplies, and everything art related, and we can just become friends. And I am very excited to meet all of the newcomers. Hey! But anyway, I hope you guys are having a really awesome day, and until then, I will see you next time. Bye!